Hey guys, Huzzy here bringing you another video. So this video's title is probably something on the lines of I got hacked, and although that is technically true, I want to make it very clear, none of my accounts have been compromised. It was a different type of hack. So I thought I'd make this video just to explain what happened, and also give maybe some advice that I've done now a bunch of research about this, and what I'm doing about it, basically. Just to explain what happened was last night. It was about 3 a.m. I can't sleep very well at the moment because of my teeth, so I've got to wait until I'm pretty damn tired before I attempt to fall asleep. So what I do is I put my monitor, I face my monitor to my bed so I can watch Netflix or YouTube, whatever, in bed. And about 3 a.m. at the time, I was looking at my phone. You know, I wasn't paying attention to the monitor, but the corner of my eye, I start to see movement on my monitor, which is a bit weird. And, you know, firstly I was like, is my mouse mucking up, like my wireless mouse or whatever? But no, then PayPal opened, and I was like, okay, so I didn't even, like, there was no thought into what I was doing at this point. It was purely reactionary. I fought the mouse, you know. I used my own mouse and was fighting it, and I closed the internet browser for one. And it did seem at that point, whoever got remote access, they probably just gave up, because a lot of these people, just to explain, they get remote access to a Trojan or a virus, and they go for people that, you know, leave their computer on is the biggest target. You know, you could get anything you want on someone's computer if they're not fighting it, if they're not at their computer, they're asleep. So make sure you do turn off your PC every single night. But it did seem they gave up at that point. But the next thing I did was unplug the internet, because they could have still been watching what I was doing, obviously. That's how remote access things work. But I unplugged the Ethernet cable. My computer is hardwired, so there's no wireless, so all their access would have gone at that point, 100%. And then I ran a Malwarebytes scan, which did find a Trojan. So that was probably it, most likely. But yeah, like, that was a bit scary, you know. It was no thought. I just was very calm, just did again, this was 3 a.m, so I couldn't be like, oh my god, panicking because my family were asleep. So I was like, you know, gotta be calm about it, which I was. I dealt with it. For the next really 2 hours, so I went to bed past 5 I think I went to bed about nearly 6 a.m. For the next 2 to 2.5 hours, I want to say, is I just did a bunch of, I spoke to some people on my Discord. I went on my laptop, and there were some people that were like very more tech savvy than me, and they were just kind of talking me through what they think happened. There is a guy that I think he works in internet security, and he's very aware of this type of thing. I'll explain what it is in a second. But then I've been building a list of programs that I'm going to need to reinstall, because I'm going to be doing a complete fresh Windows install. Again, I probably don't need to. I've probably got rid of it at this point, but why not? Be safe. You know, some people do a fresh Windows install once a year anyway, because it speeds up your computer performance-wise. But yeah, like, that's just what we're going to be doing. Is today I'm going to be doing a fresh Windows install. I've got my external hard drive that I've got some of the core files of being a YouTuber over on there. And, you know, just like thumbnail templates, images, and, you know, footage that I've not recorded yet. And it's going to be reinstalling everything. First thing I'm going to be reinstalling is an antivirus, because I admittedly, and people go, you're an idiot. I didn't have an antivirus. I was just using Windows Defender, because I've always thought I'm just relatively safe, so I don't really need one. No, I probably need one. So I have been recommended one. So I'm going to do that. I'm obviously going to get Malwarebytes on straight away as well. And yeah, I'm going to reinstall fresh Windows on a brand new hard drive. I'm going to format the old one, which it should do anyway when it gets wiped from the Windows update. But yeah, scary. So what do I think happened, and what do people think happened? So on my research and being told things, what likely happened was I downloaded some type of software that either was legit or wasn't. I can't think of anything that I've downloaded not legit. But it's very easy for hackers or whatever to include a bunny hop background download on another piece of software. And when you install that new piece of software, you're also installing this kind of hack, in a way, this Trojan. So that's probably what happened. And then it does appear that this Trojan specifically used a software called TeamViewer to have the remote access. So it's a remote access software that it's designed for people to share their desktop with people if they're in different locations. So obviously they get a hack, a Trojan, in your PC, and they open that software very discreetly and quietly, and then try to take access if you're asleep or whatever. So that's probably what happened, because again, I did have TeamViewer installed. I have never used that software, I don't think. I don't remember installing it. So part of their hack of when you're downloading something dodgy potentially also could have been installing TeamViewer. Is the thing they use to have the access. So I will say be careful if you do have TeamViewer. If you don't use it, just get rid of it. There's no point having it. But that was the most likely thing that's happened, was that. And then again, how did I get it? I have thought a lot about it, deep and hard, and again, I don't really remember anything downloading anything dodgy, but a month and a half ago, something did happen. And, I did all virus scans back then, but it didn't find anything. But a month and a half ago, some content creators' Discord accounts got compromised. And what was happening was they were sending, whoever's accounts were getting compromised, was sending messages to all of their people they've had messages with, of a message like, oh my God, I can't believe you're in this, with a link. And as another YouTuber, when another YouTuber is messaging you that on Discord, you're like, what? And you just click it, and then something downloaded. And again, I thought I found whatever, but it was probably that. And since that time, I've changed the download settings, which everybody should do, is whenever something downloads, do not let downloads happen automatically. It's a bit annoying, obviously, to do it every time, but it's worth, for the security, have a prompt go, do you want to download this file? And I've already, by the way, in the last month or so, probably once, I've maybe twice had that thing like, oh, I don't recognize that. No, don't download. But it was probably that Discord thing about a month and a half ago that led to this. Because that is the only thing that I remember of any magnitude, really. I don't even really download softwares on my desktop. I've got everything that I need. So it was probably that. But I am going to do a fresh Windows install. So today, again, I am going to just have a chill day. This is the one, you're getting 2 videos today, like normal. But this is one of them. I've only prepared one video that was already on the channel. Obviously, I've got the footage for tomorrow's video, but I haven't prepared it. I do have my laptop here. If I'm running out of time and tomorrow, I can do it on my laptop. But it should be okay to get everything back up and running today on my desktop. I am still doing some virus scans here and there on my desktop, because if I could just find anything more and clean it up before I do a Windows restart, it's worth doing. A Windows reinstall. It's worth just clearing anything you possibly can, just in case. But yeah, again, another precaution I'm going to be doing is changing passwords to my important accounts. Again, the reason why I said a lot, at the beginning, I think, of this video, it's a flawed philosophy, is if that person, I wasn't paying attention more and he managed to click log into PayPal, he wouldn't have been able to log in, because every part of my accounts has a 2-step authentication that is linked to my phone. And people could, again, it was a very popular thing 1.5 years, 2 years ago, that people were getting access to people's phones by ringing their service provider and changing the SIM and stuff. I've got extra layer of security on my phone. When all that stuff was happening, all YouTubers did was ring their own company. It was like, this is happening, I need more security. And we've got more security on our phones. We've got all these codes that we've got to say every single time that we ring our service provider. So I know my phone is fine, which does mean my accounts are fine, but I may as well just be safe and change passwords, I think. But yeah, I just thought I'd say this, it happened. It was a bit scary. I woke up today feeling quite ill. I felt great since the teeth, and it was kind of like a nervous feeling that I had, because it was just a lot like, ugh. I probably didn't fully digest what happened last night before I was researching and then falling asleep eventually about 6. But yeah, it happened. So be careful with your internet security is what I want to say. Even someone like me who thought I was very good at it, one slip up, one little thing can, cost a lot. So yeah, I don't really want more to say. If you've got any advice, feel free to leave it, but I'm pretty sure I'm okay. I did have a guy, especially one guy on Discord last night, who was very helpful. I think he works in internet security. He was very knowledgeable. That he was the one that kind of said, look into the TeamViewer way of doing it. And I was like, oh, okay, so that probably was it. Because again, I don't remember installing TeamViewer. I've never used it. And it doesn't come fresh on a Windows machine. Again, this laptop, which is a fresh Windows machine, doesn't have TeamViewer. So probably was that. But yeah, I think that's probably it. So my rest of the day is literally reinstalling Windows, then downloading all programs. First things I'm going to be downloading are new antivirus softwares. Apparently Avast is quite good, so that'll be the first thing I download. and then reinstalling every software I need, and then start setting it up. Start setting up, you know, my OBS scenes again and stuff like that. And tomorrow I'll be back. And I guess this is a learning lesson, I guess. You know, I really didn't need it right now while I'm in recovery and everything. But, you know, these kind of scumbag people, they don't care. You know, they thrive off other people's weakness, I guess. And they're just really scumbags. And I will say, you know, in the world, it could be a bit more scary that everything's going online. And when you're, say, like my life, everything's online, right? My job is online. My computer is my job. So if my computer gets compromised, my job gets compromised, which it now has. You know, I'm missing a video upload, technically, of a gameplay video because of this. But yeah, sorry, I'm rambling. But I'm going to go. I'm going to deal with this now. I am going to do one more big scan, virus scan now on my computer, which I think is called like the Windows offline scan. That is literally designed to kind of like root through everything offline. Any blips in your Windows file, basically. And again, I'm still going to do a fresh install because I think I may as well. But yeah, like, holy moly. Let's do that. Boom. Sorry, I was just doing something there. But yeah, I'm going to go. Thanks everybody for watching. Thanks for watching the update, and enjoy the video that comes out later. It's a good episode, so goodbye.